What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 23rd of August, heading into the end of the month here, the end of summer. We're going to check out, Tron, TRX today. We're going to check out Tron. We're going to check out Bitcoin and share some of my thoughts on Tron and Bitcoin, rest of the market heading into today, which is Wednesday. I think Tron potentially is in the early stages of a nice run to the upside. So guys, welcome. Let's jump right into the charts. So we're going to start this video off, guys, taking a quick look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is sitting in a potential pausing area, as in it's taking a brief pause before continuing to the downside. Now, just, how I feel is I hope that doesn't happen, but if it does happen, it'll lead to tons of opportunity in the markets to get even better prices than what is right now in some of these cryptocurrency markets. So Bitcoin is basically pinned right at the 2623 level on our charts, and you can see, although we do have some nice candle wicks down here, guys, you can see on the 17th, 18th, 19th, even yesterday, the 22nd of August. This thing is, it's testing the waters to the downside, and that is a little bit of a concern if it doesn't hold. If that doesn't hold, I think we could easily see something like what took place a few days back, like this take place, a big red candle. So we'll come back to this. Let's check out XRP real quick. XRP was testing the waters up in here. Check this out. So this goes back to the 5th, the 5th, the 8th, all through there in early August, testing the waters at that 60-cent level. Started to get a break on the 15th, the 16th, and then the 17th is when we got that big break. So, it's almost a halfway mark in the entire move to the downside here. And I think that could potentially take place with Bitcoin. If so, that's going to take us easily down to 24,145 and potentially even lower. We could see that $21,000 Bitcoin. So keeping part of ourself here in the news over on the Binance side. If that goes under, that is going to be a wild ride for Bitcoin and the rest of the market, and definitely that black swan event. Going to see some crazy deals here in the market if that takes place. So, but anyways, we're sitting right around that 26, 23 level. If it doesn't hold, we should see a Bitcoin down at 24. If that doesn't hold, 21,000 could easily be in the books. But hey, if we rally from here, next major resistance is all the way up in this basically the low $28,000 range. So keep that in mind. Guys, TRX Tron, let's go check out the charts. Switching it up today. I was looking over at so this will be a Tron / US dollar daily chart. Binance will be the provider here. I'm looking at the Tron chart here this morning. It's Wednesday morning. And this thing is potentially setting up to make a nice run to the upside. So if you can catch this thing early, at least you can get yourself a nice entry. And therefore, during any of the pullbacks, you can potentially hold through them because you got a good entry. So, of course, not financial advice, guys. I might be wrong. Please do all your own research. Use all your own entries, all of that stuff. So let's check out Tron, what's going on here. So let's take a zoom out real quick. Let's get rid of this watch list on the right-hand side. So Tron, get the marker tool. Tron is in a very nice uptrend for 2023. So we basically started the year down here at, call it 5 cents, and we're sitting up there at like 7.6. Not a crazy move, but definitely a nice trend to the upside, basically 53%. So, hey, in this year's market, that is very good. We have higher lows and higher highs, essentially along this trend to the upside. So that is nice to see. And if you actually even zoom out a bit, Tron TRX is actually in some kind of a odd looking, you could call it like a cup with handle. It's not perfect, but you have this very, very large rounding bottom here. And this is very dragged out, but potentially a cup setting up here with an entry up there in that 9 to 10 cent range. We'll talk about that. Potentially another entry up there at that. It's almost 19 cents, give or take. But that's a very zoomed out, very long-term approach, which can be very good, especially when Bitcoin starts to go to the upside. But let's take a zoom in to kind of what's going on day by day and closer, and kind of what I think could be playing out here. So we have obviously a lower low that took place with Tron, the rest of the market, Bitcoin, etc. When we had this pausing structure here, this sideways, and then we got that big break a few days back with Bitcoin, the rest of the market, XRP, obviously Tron, and we're getting a rally back. So TRX is very close to putting in a higher high. So basically, if we take out the highs over here on like the 13th and 14th of August, that would get us into a higher high, and that is quite bullish. And Tron in the past, let's see here. Like here's an example here of a move where Tron put in a higher high, went on to make a very, very nice rally, slight pullback, and then another higher high. So we could be in the early stages of seeing something like that. So if we take the brush tool here, basically a higher high, maybe up to this area, then we could get a pullback, and then that next leg to the upside. So I will be keeping my eye on that for a higher high to take place here. That would be quite bullish. Maybe we get that pullback to a higher low, and then this thing starts to move even into another higher high, taking out these highs over here on the 28th of July. So a couple upper price targets, and basically that would lead to a change in trend. Before I get to those upper price targets, so we have this low here, we have this lower high, and then we have a lower low. So we have a change to the downside for Tron, but now we're potentially setting up, we'll see if we get the higher high first, and then we'll get a pullback to a higher low, and then another higher high, and that gives us that change in trend back to the upside. So this is more for the nimble investor, the nimble trader. If you're just dollar cost averaging into this, looking to hold it for X amount of years through the next cycle, this not that it doesn't apply to you, but this could help you get better pricing. If you're someone looking to take more of a trade here, you're looking to kind of get in and then get out, with 25% gain or something like that, this probably applies more to you. So a couple upper price targets we have here for TRX would be, we have one up here at 9.5, so that's 0.0958. That's right up here. That takes you above this big candle wick on the 22nd of July. And then we also have another one up there at 10.59. So 10.5 cents, guys. So this thing is potentially getting ready to make a very large move to the upside. Now, obviously, we need the rest of the market. We need Bitcoin to start to move higher. If they pull the plug on Bitcoin and it heads lower, there's a good chance this will just be another lower high, and we'll head to the downside. That first target at 9.5 would be a 25% gain. Second target up there would be a 38, call it a 39% gain. So like I just said, if they do pull the plug on Bitcoin and it heads down to that lower 20K range, then, we have this lower low, lower high, lower low. This is still a lower high, and then we could actually get another lower low. So that's a scenario to keep in mind if Bitcoin really tanks from here. Some other upper price targets, guys, in a strong market, maybe it's next year for the Bitcoin halving. At some point, though, we'll go on a ridiculous run to the upside for Bitcoin and the rest of the market. And, when that takes place, we have some much higher price targets here for Tron, getting us into, I believe it would be not quite, but close to all-time highs, back to basically all-time highs from what we saw back in 2018. And that would be up there at that 19.5 cent mark, as well as 25.4. So basically getting us up to these highs not seen since back in 2018. And you can really see it now that the chart is slightly skewed, but this thing is on a very large cup with handle pattern, and it's it's very drawn out. It's very long. Some say the longer the pattern, the more bullish it is. So you could see this thing here. So when these markets do rise, you could see a very, very strong TRX move higher. And if the cup with handle pattern plays out, you'll easily take out the all-time highs and leave 25 cents in the dust. So from where we are currently trading, which is 76.076 up to that 19.5 cent mark, puts you at 154%, and then up there to 25.4 puts you roughly at a 233% gain for TRX. But short term, we're looking for that higher high, and then maybe we get a pullback to a higher low, and then the next higher high will have that nice change in trend. So that's what we're watching. Keep an eye on that, and also keep an eye on Bitcoin. Guys, it's going to wrap it up. I will leave a link for Uphold down in the video description if you want to buy Tron TRX. If you do use that link, I appreciate it. It does help support the channel. All other links are always down in the video description. Guys, go ahead and turn on all notifications. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet already done so. And stay tuned for some more videos. Good luck out there. Check out Tron. Keep your eye on it. I think it's getting ready to make a nice bullish run. Really depends on what Bitcoin does, though. All right, guys, take care.